is such a perfect day for it, I think.
Yeah. Well, this is the 18th year now.
Some of the women that passed on or that were murdered,
Yeah.
Turn the corner though, so we have to stick
I knew
together
them.
again.
They were
Yeah.
relatives of mine. Maybe one year, maybe 1 year.
In Oakland Park. Hey, if any of you want to
Maybe somebody will see what's going on here,
come
and
see me at the neighborhood
maybe
house on Jackson and Hastings.
there won't be so
Tuesday,
much
Dave.
violence on the, you know what I mean, on the women down here.
It still goes on today as well, right? There's still a lot of women who are very much at risk.
Well, yeah, because there's not enough shelters. That's why.
Yeah.
There's a lot of women being tortured or beaten on because they can't run away from their husbands, and if they do, they get caught and dragged home. I was a battered woman, but now
Sister Elizabeth is the president of DERA and also a member of the Franciscan Sisters of the Atonement, which are on East Cordova Street. Sister Elizabeth, how many marches have you been on for the missing women?
As
Too
long
many
as
to remember?
at least 9.
Yeah,
Because I've been here 10 years, and the first year I wasn't aware of it.
yeah,
But since then I have tried to be part of it, because it's, what is happening with the homeless situation and the housing situation. I'm particularly concerned about the families that at this point, no matter, even if they're working and have a decent salary, they cannot afford a 2-bedroom apartment. You cannot find one under $2,000 a month. So it's, it really is a very, very serious deprivation of the needs of families. And it's the women that have take on the responsibility of the children. And if children are not raised in an atmosphere where there's at least a peaceful way and a situation that encourages their growth and relieves the parents of anxieties about where they can possibly find an apartment and be able to afford things like food and what they need for their education and for their health needs and everything.
One of the issues down here is that a lot of the media think that there are no families in the downtown Eastside, but there are lots of kids, there's lots of families, there's lots of women who are trying to support families.
Right.
So it's something that's very real in this community.
And especially when it's a single parent.
Yep.
It makes it absolutely destructive of the children if they don't have some place to live, so that the stability, and they aren't living with anxiety and difficulty. A young man came last week and said, he is on a job, he's making $18 an hour, and he has a 15-month-old and a 12-year-old, and his wife. They're all living in a 1-bedroom, and it's over $1,300 a month. And he can't make it. That's about, if he pays his rent, what does he use for food?
Yep.
So they're going to food banks now.
As far as the march that happens every year, the march has gotten stronger and stronger each year, and it's now happening across Canada. Do you think it's important that at some point there be a police inquiry into the missing women to really examine what happened and what the failure was of the system, that so many women have disappeared?
I am surprised it isn't already underway. It is shocking. It's as though their lives don't count.